it's Mr. Harris back again for another primary lesson. And if you, at any point it goes quiet here, which is unlikely, let's be honest, because I tend to speak and not. I don't know how I've just done that. I've turned myself back off, but I'm back on again. If at any point it goes quiet and you hear my wife downstairs, she's also doing lessons at the moment because she's a music teacher. So we've got lessons going on everywhere in my house at the moment. So, today we're going to be talking about missing information. We're going to be doing some maths on that. And I'm also introducing a new idea, where each lesson links to one of the previous two. So, we are also going to be catching up our number bonds from the number bond lesson. So, if you didn't see that, the 1,000 Island lesson, if you're watching it live, don't worry about leaving now. But if you wanted to go back and watch that later, that's fine. And I'm going to get, when we do the starter, I'm going to say some hellos to people who are in the chat. Obviously, if you're not live, don't worry about that. You can just get on with the starter. But I'm always welcome to, if you're not doing it live, feel free to put comments in the descriptions below, answers to questions, things like that, so you can contribute and take part yourself. Always, you can use the comments below the line, and then I've got people in the live chat putting answers as well. So, I'm hoping, I keep checking my mute button just to check that I am being able to be heard, because I can't see the mute button, I can't read the chat and everything else going on, but hopefully we're there. So let's go straight into the intro and then we'll go over to the PowerPoint. Right, so I think, fingers crossed, we're ready to start the PowerPoint now. And, yeah, I'm not on the screen. These are two of the entrants we had last week for the Taskmaster poster challenge. Look how awesome they are. There's going to be some more coming on later in the thing. And we've got a leaderboard going. Everyone who even enters it again to the Taskmaster challenge gets 10 points. So the leaderboard is growing already. And feel free to add yourself onto that leaderboard. So, we're going to carry on with today's lesson. And this is the starter while I say some hellos to people. The starter is, the man's keyring was blank than his blank. You've got to find one word and it goes in both places to make an answer. One word goes in both places. So there you go. One word to put in both the places. So let's say some hellos while we're doing that. Hello to Willow, hello to Kyra, hello to Adeline, hello to N, hello to Maria, hello to Isaac Sharp. Good afternoon to anyone else I've missed. Please do let me know if I've missed anyone, because we have lots of people coming in at different times, and I don't want to miss anyone. And it would be, oh, Alvy's here. Good afternoon, Alvy. And anyone else? Cool. So, anyone get an answer? Bigger or smaller? The man's keyring was bigger than his bigger. Oh, I'm not sure that works. Let's try this one again. Let's try this now. Kyra's answer. Oh, hello, Kyra. Kyra's answer, high. The man's keyring was higher than his high. I'm afraid that one doesn't work. Anyone else got any answers for me? Any more? Okay, we'll just wait. We'll see if anyone else says anything. If not, then I'll have to let you know the answer. Feel free to pause it if you don't want to know yet. But if you're watching live, then maybe you're just going to find out in a second. The answer, there are more than one answer, I'm sure. But my favourite one is the word lighter. The word lighter. The man's keyring was lighter than his lighter. It works because the word has two meanings. So it works. The man's keyring was lighter than his lighter. So there we go. We are talking about missing information problems. Have you seen these problems? Have you seen these numbers? They are missing. If you do, call this number now. So, remember, I love to see people working on the thing. You can see, this is a picture of Isaac working away at his, the last lesson. We've got a lesson on the reflections and lines of symmetry. We've got a lesson on the last lesson on the islands. Working away at these. So, if you are someone who likes to work away on the things and you want to have your photos included, do get your parents or carers to send photos either to the Facebook group or to my email address, which is available at the end. Okay, so here we go. Let's come back. And it's me back again. Ho, guess who's back? It is me. Just chilling out here completely in the wrong place, because obviously I should be in the middle there, but I'm still there from my number side lesson this morning. I come over to the side for the number side lesson. Who knows why? Now, we are first of all going to talk about some questions which are consolidation. What this means is, I taught this in a previous lesson, but we need to be able to still remember how to do it. So I'm not doing any teaching here. I am going to just move on. The live chat people are going to be able to answer the questions live in the chat. And anyone who's not live is going to be able to pause the video, do the questions, and then have a go. So let's take myself away. Bye-bye. And then, here's your number bonds. Go, go, go. Live chat are going away at it. Everyone else can feel free to pause while you work it out yourself. Remember, we've got the leapfrog method. Maybe if you want to, you don't all have to do question A or B. You could start at the bottom, work up, so that you are the first person to do it. Okay, so there we go. So people working on the different questions. I'm just waiting for Eddie. Hello, how are you? We're just trying to do some number bonds to 1,000 from last lesson. We're just seeing if we can still do it. Still jumping using that leapfrog method. I'm still waiting for a few answers in the live chat. So what we're going to add, I think we have to go up to 90 first. We're going to take it up to 90 using a 9. Take it up to 300 using a 10. And take it up to 1,000 using 700. So I think it'd be 710 and 9 is 719. Alvy's there with 719. Well done, Alvy. Ah, nice idea there, N. N's gone straight up for C and got 115, which I can tell you is correct. Alvy has gone for 386 on the next one. Nice one, Alvy. Adeline's gotten 719. Brilliant, Adeline. Really good. N's gone to D. I'm not sure it's 291. I think 91 is correct, but I'm not sure it's 291. You might want to check that one again, N. Just check that one out again. Maria has got 719. Well done, Maria. Hope you're writing your answers down, all of you, on your bits of paper and showing your method, showing your working. And 386. Adeline has got 786. You might want to just check 786 again, Adeline. Just check whether you added, because I don't think it's 7. If you add 86, I think it goes to 700. You need 300 more, I think. Ah, she's corrected it. There you go. Eddie's got E as 5, 6, 7. Let's see our answers. Here we go. 5. Oh, Mr. Harris has got one wrong. Mr. Harris has got one wrong. 566 should say 567. I'm sorry. I'm going to slap my wrist there. Oh, Mr. Harris. I made a typo too, Adeline. Looks like I've got that one wrong. Now, I don't know whether I should go in and fix that. I don't think I should in the middle of a lesson, but that is bad form. Okay, let's move on. Let's bring Mr. Harris back. Hello! Right, we are now going to talk about what today's lesson is all about, which is missing information. In some questions, you won't believe this, they give you the answer and not the question. Now, lots of people get obsessed with the answer. The answer doesn't really exist. It entirely depends on what the question is. For example, the answer could be frog. We don't know what the question is, though. It could be, what 4-letter word begins with F? It could be, what's green and not very nice to find in my dressing gown pocket? It all depends on what the question is. However, we are talking about when we're given a question like this. Here's a question. It says, complete this question. 281 plus something, something, something equals 643. And to help with this learning, we've got to remember that add and subtract are best friends. And multiply and divide are best friends. So when we're undoing it, look what Mr. Harris does. That moves over there. That moves over there. And we change it to take away. It's kind of like algebra, but we're not talking about algebra here. We're going to do the questions as just missing information questions. We could do it as algebra, but we're doing this as missing information questions for the moment. So we take it away, and then I think the answer there is 362. I did my takeaway method. I will have written this out on paper, your normal method for writing out calculations. You still do your calculations, but let's go back to what I did. What I did was I said, I want to know what the missing thing is, so I bring the answer over and the first bit of the question, but instead of adding, I want to undo the adding, so it's a takeaway. Now, That's how we're going to undo missing questions like that. Now we've also, in the worksheet below the line, there's some more questions to practice just like that. But there's also a whole load of missing puzzle questions. Puzzle questions are as follows. They are going to look like the one I'm going to do for you, and there'll be missing numbers in both the question and the answer. Okay, so let's see what Mr. Harris is talking about. Make sure he disappears from the screen. Here's question 1. As you can see, in question 1, we're missing some of the question and some of the answer. 425 plus something 3 something is equal to 5 something 7. Now the way I work through this is to not start at the front. Always start at the back. And I think what adds to 5 to make 7? So I wrote in a 2. That's my handwriting. And then what is 2 and 3 added together? It's a 5. And then what adds to 4 to make 5 is 1. So I have to think carefully about, am I going forwards or backwards? Am I undoing? We're trying to solve the problem. The answer here is not 557. The answer depends on what the question is. And the question is, what are the missing numbers? The answer is actually 1, 2, and 5. So we finish the question by saying 425 plus 132 equals 557. But that's a question and an answer. So the answer depends what the question is. And my question here is, what are the missing numbers? I did another one which is not on your sheet. But this one was an add as well. But you may have noticed something adds to 3 to make 2. And that's confusing. Except if we remember, 9 add 3 makes 12. So I put the little 1 in. Sometimes you could come across questions where the missing number makes it actually not 2, but 12, but they've missed out the little 1 as well. Then when we try and do it, it's 4 plus the little 1 plus something makes 0. Well, it can't make 0, so it must make 10. 5 makes 10, and then we've got an extra 10, so it's going to be 802. So that's how you solve a little problem like that. Feel free, if you're confused by that, to rewind it and go back over it, or pause the video and just check you can do it yourself. And I'm happy to leave the question there, so you can pause it like that, or you can just check you understand how I got the answers. In this one, it spilt over, you see, so 9 and 3, because 3 is bigger than 2, you needed to make it 12 rather than making it 2. So, you in the description below, you have a worksheet with I think it was 14 of these to do. I'd love to see people working away at that later and see your completed worksheets. It's always good fun. Talking of seeing your completed stuff, here's a couple more posters. Don't you think they look awesome? Don't dream your dreams, live your dreams. We are a team. It rhymes as well, which makes it even more powerful. Everyone knows that if things rhyme, they must be true. Don't break up in 2021. Join together, be a team and fight COVID-19. We are all in this together. Not a lovely another pair of posters, and you will see. This shows the 4 I received, unless I've received any more and people will correct me. The 4 I've received so far have all got the top of the leaderboard at the moment for Taskmaster 2021. We will see. Some tasks will get bonus points for winning. This task was just 10 points for completing it. However, we need a new Taskmaster challenge. This week's Taskmaster challenge is the best picture. Make the best chicken and send it to Mr. Harris. But you're not allowed to use drawing or technology. How are you going to make a chicken without drawing or technology? You can use technology to take the picture, obviously, but you can't use technology to draw the chicken. You can't draw and you can't use technology to make your chicken. Best picture of a chicken wins. What we might have this week is 10 points for everyone who takes part, and maybe 15 for the winner if I have a winning prize. But we'll decide that once I see that all of my chickens arrive. So, I hope all your chickens stay in your house and don't cross the road away from you. Complete the missing information worksheet below the line. So that leaves me, and we know what's coming, just to talk about seeing you next time. Because who have I been? I've been Mr. Harris. You haven't. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in a few days' time. Take care. Bye-bye.